Okay, we should be live starting now.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. And guys, welcome to the call today. Wayne is going to be answering questions and I'm going to be doing a demo. And it's kind of exciting for me because some of these I haven't ever done the demo, but we talked about it so many times. It's going to work out fun. So give me a shout out. We'll wait about 60 seconds. I want to make sure everybody's on the call here today. Wayne, let me know if you get some are coming in on Zoom and some are coming in on Facebook. So I'll give it about 30 seconds and then we'll start the recording. Okay, here we go.
Just wondering how he's got onto the Zoom.
Hey, that's okay. Okay, great. Guys, welcome to the call. This is a very special edition of Shall I Share My Screen? Say that fast 3 times. Wayne and I have been working on our Q1 updates, and this is probably, besides what we did last year near the year end, this is probably the most advanced features that we've added to RSSMasher. And if you're an RSSMasher customer, you already have them. So I'm going to show you what you have in your account, and we're really excited about it because we partnered up with Daryl Osborne and his team at Entity Elevation to craft a brand new page builder feature that you now have in your account. And we're going to go over that in just a few minutes. So Wayne, you ready to get started?
I am indeed. Hi, everyone.
So I got to hand credit to where credit's due. Wayne did all this, and I thought it was going to be about 3 months to 4 months based on our previous new programs. He's basically built a new program inside of RSSMasher. He did it twice, in fact, but he did it in less than 4 weeks. And we're real excited to show you today what you have available. Okay, the first thing, we have talked about helpful content, and we added it. We have a helpful content builder, and we have an importer if you've got the API feature to make it really easy to import phrase documents and parse them out into helpful content. This is not what that's about. This is, we added a brand new tab across the mash so that you can make helpful content pages. We've had a lot of requests for it. And now, instead of putting it at the bottom of an article, you can make your helpful content into an article. And the way that we have the randomizer feature on it, every time it posts, if you've got 20 frequently asked questions, you can have it post a random number of questions in there. And you can have citations, you can have how-to articles down at the bottom. We use the complete randomizer feature that you've already seen at the bottom of articles where you add it as a money hook. So instead of making a money hook, you can make it a straight article. But we've given you some extra features with it also. Helpful content never had a featured image with it. Well, you need a featured image, especially if you're going to make an article with it and send it to booster pages and put it, in your social networks. So now we have image swaps. You can use your image swap feature in with the helpful content. And I'm going to show you how to do all this. Okay. So that is our first feature. Okay. Now the next feature is, what is Mashers? What is RSSMasher? Well, it's a mashup of RSS feeds. We've gone one step further. We have made it a complete mashup system for you. Okay. So what that means now is you can use different tabs to build a post. So you can have an RSS feed and you can have money hooks above or below the content as article forge, listicles, helpful content, and you can even do that with YouTube feed descriptions. So if you want to add to a YouTube description or put your own articles in front of a YouTube description, you can do that with this mashup. And we made the mashup for some other things. That's our feature number 3, the big one, big announcement. But the mashup feature is very easy to use. And it's basically you toggle or you checkbox on Article Forge or helpful content or listicle whether or not you want to put it in a mashup as a money hook. And very easy to use. I'll show you how to do it. You're going to come up with some very creative solutions with it. Wayne and I were talking just before the call here that we're actually going to be using it to put the Article Forge in front of a YouTube description. Very clever idea of how to use this. We want to hear your ideas of how you're going to be using this mashup feature. Okay, next thing. I wish I had a drum roll. So it didn't delete that. That was a throwaway slide. So big feature announcement here. This is our special feature that we have been working with a group on. So let's talk about it. We've gone local. We partnered with Daryl Osborne and the Entity Elevation, and a member of our group is Don Roberts. And we came up with an idea to help him, which helps us too, is we're building local page citation pages. So I'll show you in just a second what it looks like, but it is now part of your RSSMasher, and it's in the MASH tab. And we've even put it in the sales document. So this is kind of the sales document. So it's possible to combine your links along with external expert links to give you an appearance that you're along with the experts of all your articles. It's better if I show you what it looks like in just a second. So it's perfect for citation link pages. And you can build them as standalone or you can build them as embeds. Real easy to do, and it's just basically the same MASH setup that you've been doing with MASHes. Now you can build local pages. So you can make a citation page and put your links either top or bottom or mix it in with these expert RSS feed links or even YouTube trend searches in there where you can use them. You can use them as standalone. You can put them on Google Sites, Notion pages. We're going to be getting into Notion in a upcoming episode of Geek Out Friday. I'm going to show you some clever things you can do with a high domain authority site that you don't have to ask permission to put your own guest post in. But this is where citation links would come in. Bubble ups. You've seen my bubble ups. I just posted one yesterday or day before in all the groups that has all my AI prompt chats. So I'm going to be using Bubble Up to put these citation pages in. Bubble Up has high domain authority. I'm just building instant backlinks with it. Okay. You put it in Blogger, and probably by next week, you're going to be able to put it into your own post, your MASH post at the bottom or top of the post, like any of the mashups. Very exciting. I'm excited about how we're going to be using this. Okay. And we even build iframe. So if you don't want to just directly embed it, you can do an iframe. Now, the thing about these local pages is Wayne has put his special magic into it and put page schema in with the page itself. And we're going to be adding some of the entity elevation schema into the top of the pages as well. Okay. You can even have your own custom domain that you host all these pages with. So if you haven't ever bought RSSMasher and you're watching this, we have added it. You get, if you have the standard, you can get 20 active local pages. You already got it added in there. If you got professional, you got 50. Agency, or if you were part of the beta team, you got 250 in there. Okay. And this kind of just describes, you can hover over that and you can see what you get. It's 20 active pages, up to 3 RSS feeds. So you can kind of hover over on the sales page. You can see what that is. Okay. Now, are y'all ready to see this in action? Wait, let me know if we got any yeses in there. And I'm going to bring my...
Come on, everyone. Where's the yeses? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so we got a yes, so we're going to be able to go on. Okay, good. Let me bring up my page real quick. And I've got my... It's not even a demo site. This is... My wife is starting her bookkeeping service. So if you need bookkeeping in Texas, we got you covered. So I'm going to bring this Chrome window into the screen here. Can you see that, Wayne?
Okay.
Okay. So guys, I've just started this, putting all this together using Article Forge, and I've just been supplementing it with articles. I write my own articles, and you can see I'm using a template. Started this about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, and it's just blog posts, okay? So some of them are Article Forge, and some I've written with Jasper, like this one I think I use ScaleNut with Jasper. Really nice article. It's all AI written. But I've come in and I've edited some of these articles, okay? So benefits of bookkeeping, got some images in there. This scored on Surfer like 78 for bookkeeping. And so anyway, got it all scored. This is the right way to build a pillar post. So anyway, I don't have any bookkeeping pages. All I'm doing is populating the site first. I'm feeding the site so Google knows this is about bookkeeping services in McKinney, Texas. Now, in the coming weeks, I'll be putting the actual bookkeeping pages, the services we offer and all that, but I'm building this as if this is one of my local clients, but this is one that I can show you. I've got permission to show you since I'm building it, okay? So I'm building the blog first. I built it originally with Article Forge, got a bunch of that going, and then I've supplemented recently with Pillar Post, okay? Now, I went to Sitemap and I grabbed all the links that I've already done, and that's what I'm going to build my local page with, okay? So we're going to go into Manage Mashes. Let me show you the new features first, okay? So here's helpful content. We're going to just build one from scratch. Add. We're going to build a helpful content page. So this is for me to keep track of it. I know it's helpful content, and I'm going to say bookkeeping McKinney. Okay, and we'll spell it right. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy that title there. Come down here. I don't need to do anything, but I am going to go ahead and put it in a group. I like to keep things organized. Update. So I'm going to show you, this is the new helpful content tab, okay? And I have built some helpful content briefs. In fact, I've built a lot of these for some of y'all. So you would pull up one of the helpful content pages that you've done. And I've got one called bookkeeping tips, okay? I'm going to add it to the mash. And let me make it a little bit smaller so you can see everything. Okay, yep. Okay, now, if you want to make it a mashup, you will check that box right there, okay? But I don't. I'm just going to leave it just like that, and it is ready to go. Come over here to build. Content. Am I doing this right, Wayne?
Does it have a?
No.
In the
go back in here to build the title. Okay. Well, that was it. So bookkeeping. Just use the filter. Bookkeeping tips. Edit. Okay. Use title.
Right at the top.
So I'm going to put in here bookkeeping, and probably bookkeeping in McKinney, Texas. And the spinner works. So I'm going to spin this title. Bookkeeping, of course, there's not a lot. So let's go ahead and make it regular. Accounting in McKinney, Texas. I'll pipe bar it and pay tax services. And pipe bar it and end it. And so I've got 3 different variations in there. I'll hit update, and now it should work. Okay. Now, this is the regular. So if you want to add more questions, but if you'll notice, I've got 20 questions there. I've got more questions. I have stats. I've got external links, and I even have some articles in there. So I've got like 5 different how-tos. Now, it's not going to print all 5 how-tos. It's going to do one at a time. So here's what we're going to do. We're all ready. I'm going to hit update and finish. Now it should work, right? Okay. Helpful content. Come in here to hit edit. And helpful content, it's added.
It's still a money hook.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay. Payroll tax service in McKinney, Texas, frequently asked questions. Real nice. Now I can make this a page straight into, all I have to do is come over here, finish and activate, and now it is a page. Okay, so it would come out as an article itself. Now, look, I'll just go ahead and, before I do that, is I want to put some images behind it. You know, you got to have an image to go with your feature post. So I'm just going to come in here. I know I have an image pack in here, and you can find one in your marketplace, or you can build your own. And it's called bookkeeping. There's a good one. And I'll just do them in order and make sure this is tagged right here. Okay. Image replacement, first image, and that looks good. Okay. Come back over here to build so you can see it's working. There we go. Accounting in McKinney, Texas. We have a featured image, and now we have about 4 questions come up out of the 20 plus questions. Here's your external links, and here's an how-to article. Okay. And let's come in here and build it again. Let's see what it looks like. Bookkeeping in McKinney, Texas. We've got a different image. So every time this prints, it's going to give you a different image. And what are the taxes of bookkeeper? Do bookkeepers make a lot of money? They don't. They have to have a lot of clients to make a lot of money. Okay. So we have the page built. I'm going to come back over here, finish and activate. Okay. Now, we built something special inside of the schedule. And we did this a while back when we did the listicles. So I'm going to hit add, and I'm going to call it HC bookkeeping. Okay. Select the group. I know it's down here in my Nelson bookkeeping, and there it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to use this right here. I'm not going to post daily. I don't need to post that same thing every single day, but I want to use this button right here, post every X number of days. Okay. And so I'm going to post between the hours of 8 and maybe 12. Maximum post when you go out, 1 per day. Post interval every 14, let's make it every 21 days. I'm going to post helpful content. It will be spun, different image, different title, different questions, frequently asked questions, but I'm consistent. I don't have to do anything else with that helpful content except post it. Put 5, but we're only doing 1, so it doesn't matter. It's active, group schedules together. Let's put it back in the same schedule group. Awesome. Hit update. Okay. So where do I want to send it? I'm going to send it to a WordPress. And it is Nita Nelson Bookkeeping. Bookkeeping tips. Not draft. I don't want to read more. Use first featured as image. Upload all images. Post the content. And create tags. I'll go ahead and create some tags with it. So 2. And spinning, not going to spin it anymore. I'll go ahead and send it to Omega Indexer, soon to be AI Indexer, hopefully. We're going to silo the category. And I could use my banner bear here to make it. In fact, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and do a smart crop on it. And then hit update. Okay. So now it is ready to go to a post. It is going to be posting that frequently asked questions, the stats, everything, every 21 days. Okay. And now, while I'm in here, let's go ahead and send it to booster pages. Why not? Careers, accountants, and I'm going to backlink to the WordPress post. Okay. Let's go ahead and Omega Indexer that too. I hit date, and now I could send it to Twitter. I can send it to anything else. But this is how I'm going to start it off. Okay. So I want to make sure that is active. Change active status. Come back over here to MASH. Make sure it's active. Yep. It's in bold, so it's active. Okay. So we have just created a helpful content page, not an add-on. Okay. So next thing I want to do is I want to show you the mashup features. Okay. So I'm going to take best bushcraft Bushcraft Camp Survival News. Hit edit. So survival news should just be, I think, website feeds. I don't think I have any article forge, no listicles, no helpful content. I do have YouTube search results. I'm going to take that out. Just turn it off. Okay, no G sheets, no quotes, nothing. Okay, so it's just going to be website feeds. And let's go ahead and do 5. Okay, come over here to build. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, snow cave for survival. Are they safe? Interesting. This is an RSS feed, nothing else. Looks like it had some images with it. Okay, so you can tell by the slider right here, there's a lot of articles in here. Okay, now I could just post them straight over to my bushcraft tips, but I want to add things to it. So this is when I'm going to do my mashup here. Okay, so come back over here. I have helpful content in there. It's bushcraft skills. I'm going to add it. Now, to put it into the money hook, I'm going to place it right here. Okay. And let's go ahead. I don't think I have any list. Yeah, I do. I have one called test. I don't know if those are legitimate ones, but I'll go ahead and put that in there. Now I can add it to the mashup right here. We have a little feature here. You can number them. Sometimes number. I'm just going to put none for right now. But I do want to random. I want to go from 3 to maybe. I think this listicle is Amazon products. Let's do 6 to 16. So it's going to randomly put a number from the listicle in there. We've shown this in other demos, but I've made it a money hook as well. Article forge. How to smoke meats. Let's go into got some article forge on bushcraft kits, bushcraft survival skills. Okay, and we'll make it a money hook. Okay, now here's where the power of all this comes in. If you remember, we just did this. This is just RSS feeds. That's all it is. So I'm going to come over here and go into money hooks. And I'm going to go on all sources. So all the feeds I'm going to do something with. So I'm going to come down here. This is my citation link. I can leave it in there. But before that, before I even get started on that, let me turn off Jasper real quick. So it's not interfering. I'm going to come up here to money hooks. We have redesigned the way that we do money hooks. So I'm going to start with helpful content. I'm going to insert the token. And it looks like it's going to put it right down below. Let me just I'll take the citation out for right now. But I'm going to leave that break in there so we can see all the add-ons that we're doing. Okay, so that's the first one. And if you wanted to, you can come down here and let's put maybe something else. Okay. And you don't have to do separators. I'm doing this visually for the webinar here. And I'm going to put listicle. And come down here and we'll just do something else here. Let's do, and I'm going to put article forge. So you don't have to put all these in there, but I'm doing this to show you how powerful this really is. Now I could put article forge. I could put any of the tokens up here above the RSS feed, but I'm just going to put them below. I'm going to hit update. So this is the mashup part of it. And come over here to build. Build. And it's going to generate a random helpful content every time it posts, as well as an article forge and a listicle. So hit preview. Okay, there's our RSS feed. Scroll on down past here. Okay, conclusion. Okay, frequently asked questions. It looks like it was actually written by this author, but we have met helpful content algorithm with the frequently asked questions. So it put in 3 questions. It has a couple of stats. It's got some external links. It even has a how-to article. Okay, so you could stop right there with helpful content if you wanted. Now, you could put multiple helpful contents and tag them as money hooks, and it's going to rotate between those helpful content briefs. So you could have one, let's say you're doing flooring. You could have one about hardwood flooring. You could have one about carpeting, and one about vinyl flooring. And it would rotate between the helpful content and randomize it at the same time, okay? Here is the article forge. Now, this is the listicle. So essential bushcraft tips for every outdoorsman. So yeah, these are all Amazon products. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I did up to 16. So okay. So that's pretty good. Actually, there's 15 of them in there. And if you click on that, it's going to go to that Amazon product with your affiliate link in there. Okay. Now, what I did on this is I usually put in here, I take them to a category. I don't take them directly to a product. That product looks nice, but if they're not interested in knives, maybe they're interested in maybe a Bowie knife or something bigger. So it takes them to a category. This is just a little tip if you're doing that. And then they can look at all of them. So if they click on any of these and buy, you make a little bit of Amazon money. Okay. So that ends the listicle. And survival traps. This is an article forge. There's the featured image they put in there, basic techniques, types, locations, legality, and the YouTube. Now the YouTube is going to be full size, or it's going to be embedded when it goes into the blog post. Okay. Now this is a completely new RSS feed. So you can kind of see it. Get down to the bottom here, frequently asked questions. So we have 1, 2, 3 questions here, but they're different questions. So this is the mashup, guys. This is, to me, this is exciting. This is a how-to article, another listicle grouping. Now, you don't have to use all of them at the same time. You can rotate them up based on your mashes, what you're going to be doing. But now we've taken an article that may be 500 to 1,000 words, and we've made it maybe 7,000 words. So you have a lot more content you can put in there with helpful content, listicles, articles. Now, just an idea. I want to show you something really cool that you can do with this. So Wayne suggested doing YouTubes. So if I come up here and go, this is going to be a YouTube mashup. And we'll just put it under demo, keep track of it. I'm going to go ahead and strip out the hyperlinks too, if there's any in the description box. There we go. I'm going to use this one because this is how you get your viral trend searches in there. Revival. Let's do this. Bushcraft. Okay. Update. Okay, let's see what it looks like before we even start mashing it up. What this is doing in the background is going out to YouTube and it's looking for the 5 most popular videos to make a blog post with. So it takes sometimes a little bit longer to do.
It also checks to see if they're in the English language.
Yeah. It's taking a little bit longer. I'm just going to go ahead and delete some of these. If we weren't on a demo live, oh boy. Okay, well, we may have to come back and visit this. Let me see if I got another YouTube. For some reason, that one's not pulling. A lot of article forge in there. Some news. I don't think that's Feedly board. I can't recognize any of the immediate ones. I'll go back in here and see if we can get this a little bit quicker. I hit it again. Oh, it did finish. Okay.
On the, I know what it was. On tab, tick the extracts, YouTube.
Yeah, I totally forgot that.
Yeah, on that. I mean, if you don't want the description, if you're going to put your own in, you can just ditch it all together.
Okay. I'm going to ditch it all together. So if website.
If you untick description, that's it. There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to put our own description in there for the YouTube mashup bushcraft tips. Okay.
Yep. Click update. Yep.
Hit update. That's why it didn't pull. Okay. Come back over here. Let's build it. Preview web. There we go. Okay, so we have the title. This is the featured image and the video. Title, featured image, and video. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. To me, is it very exciting. I'll come over here to Article Forge, and I'm going to put my bushcraft. Let's see, bushcraft camping. Okay, I'm going to put it as a money hook. Then I'm going to come over here to, let's go over here to listicles, bushcraft survival. Okay, and to make it easier, I'm just going to go 3 to 4 articles, and I'm going to make it a money hook. Okay, and come over here to helpful content. Let's do the same thing. Bushcraft skills, add helpful content, make it a money hook. Okay, now I can come over here to my money hooks, and I don't have a description in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Article Forge right up here before the video even hits. I haven't tried this, so we're going to try it live. And then let's drop down here to the bottom, and I'm going to put helpful content at the bottom. Okay, and hit update. We may have to adjust this little editor. It's kind of,
yeah, it pops up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So now I'm going to hit build, and let's see what it looks like. So just imagine you can use building blocks to build your content now because of this mashup feature that we've added. And hopefully we haven't broke it.
Nah, it's got to do it for 5 articles, doesn't it, I think?
Yep. Okay, I hope y'all are staying on because feature number 3 is coming right up, and you're going to be really excited about it, like we are. Okay. Might have to come back to this, Wayne.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to Manage Mashes. Okay, back on Manage Mashes. We'll come back and visit this at the end of the call. But
Just,
what it
because it probably might have finished because it let you off.
Okay.
And then just go to preview.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is a 10 Wilderness Survival. So we put the Article Forge above the video, and frequently asked questions is below the video. So we actually have 2 videos in here because of the Article Forge.
Yeah, and you still get to see the original YouTube image.
And then there's helpful content below it, and below that is another article. So caught in a snowstorm. So this is a YouTube title, but at the very beginning we have an Article Forge along with the video for the Article Forge. And then we have another video. So you're going to have 2 video embeds if you're using an Article Forge with video in its place. Okay. Frequently asked questions, and then we go into the next YouTube video. Very clever way. What I would suggest is maybe build your Article Forge if you're going to use it this way and not include a video. So we're only featuring that one YouTube video. But then you get to bypass their description and put your own links and everything else in there. Really, really neat technique there, guys. I hope you enjoy using it because we've got a lot of ideas and strategies we're going to be using with it. So
yeah,
okay.
I mean, imagine that going over to a video view and now the content's got a lot of depth.
Yep. Okay, so I want to show you something. I'm going to go ahead and finish and activate. Here is our local tab. Now I'm going to start with one that I've already built. It's local bookkeeping services in McKinney, Texas. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and edit. Okay. So I gave it a title, and this is just whatever you want to call it, local bookkeeping services McKinney. Okay. Here's the local tab. This is your local page builder tab. You put in your title. You can put in your description. You can even spin that description if you want. If you've got Word AI or if you've got the API Club, you've got Spin Rewriter built in. So I could spin it with Word. Given key. Okay. I may be out of credits is what I'm I think.
Yeah, Word AI is a bit, yeah.
Yeah. I'll spin it with this thing and see what it looks like. So it's going to put all the spin tags in there, make it a really long article, and it will spin every time it's published. Okay. Now, there's a trick too. If you've got Jasper and you got the Chrome extension, you can use Jasper to rewrite the article and just put spin brackets on it. But I'm going to use the spin rewriter version. Choose your career, choose your niche, choose your category, and then this is tags. I just put in the office address. I want the tags to show up so Google can read them. And we have two templates right now. We have a local template and we got a local template with a sidebar. This is the better one to use because it shows full screen, but when you embed it, it's full width within an iframe. And I'll show you what I'm talking about just shortly here. Okay. Now, number of external links. This is the number of RSS feeds that you can get that I've already set up over here. Forgot to show you RSS feeds. So I've got some bookkeeping and accounting and some other boring feeds in there, but they're good, high quality feeds if you're into bookkeeping and accounting service. Okay. Now I have uploaded all the links, all the posts that I've made inside the Nina Nelson bookkeeping. Okay. Now they're all sitting down here. Okay. But I want 30 RSS feeds. These are the external links. How many do I want to put in there? Now, where do I want to put my statics? My static links are my links. I want to put them at the top, but I want them all kind of looking the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put them at the top. I'm going to turn all the images on. Now you can turn on just your own images, the thumbnails, or you can do just the externals, but let's leave them all on. Maximum description length, I'm going to go with 160. Now, we have two custom domains for you to use, Topic Gate and Trusted List. Your content is not going to be in the same folder as anybody else. It is specifically identified for you with your own unique RSSMasher ID, and you'll have your own categories and everything else. So these are shared. You can put your own custom domain in there, which I would recommend for your clients. So you can even have your client, you can do subdomains off of theirs, or you could do a root domain. So I did a root domain called SEO Masher. So that one's mine, but the ones that you get to use are Topic Gate and Trusted List. Okay. And at the end of the call, I'll show you how, if you want more shared domains, we can get that for you. Okay. How often do you want to rebuild the page? Very important. You got to think about this strategically. You want Google to have enough time to index the page or to see it in the Google site or wherever. So you don't want to be changing things around before they even get a chance to index. So I recommend 7 days. You can do 1 day, 7 days. If you put it at 0, it is going to rotate and refresh at the parameters that you have for your license. On a standard license, it's once a day. Agency, what is that, once an hour or every
once
2
an
hours?
hour, yeah.
Okay, so every 2 hours, it's going to refresh. To me, that's too often. So that's why we want to put in here, give it 7 days. You're building a page. You want everybody to find it first and index it. And then you want to rotate it. Okay. And then by rotating, you're going to force the indexers to come back, the pingers to come back and see it again. Okay. So keep that in mind. When it refreshes, it's going to keep your static links. It's not ever going to replace them. Okay. But it may move it. If you got external links, it's going to go out and get fresh 30 new external links. Okay. Now you can do a geolocate if you want. This is what helps on the localization. We're putting it into the schema itself. And we even have a Gmap at the end. So I put in this, gave it a place name, region, and then this is a plus code. And then I hit update. Okay, I'm going to show a Gmap with it. Now, these are ones that I've already put in. You can put them in one at a time, or you can do a CSV upload. And then once you have them in, you want to get data for all rows. When you do that, it will go out, it will grab the title, the description, and the image URL. And if you don't see an image URL in there, you can add one yourself right in here. Okay. Now, I would recommend that you're using your money sites, your blog sites. Please don't try using a bunch of Google Sheet links or Google Map links. That's just spamming it. Okay. So use real post in here. This is what this is for. Your real money post. You're getting a backlink off of it. Okay, guys? So got all that built. Now, you can put hooks at the bottom of it. So I can put a helpful content on the bottom or a listicle. So I'm going to do helpful content, and I'm going to put insert it. Okay, now come over here and make sure I have a helpful content. Yes, and I've got it tagged right here, Money Hook. Okay, and you can come over here, website fee. I've got ledgers online, 5-minute bookkeeping, and these are pretty good. And I pulled them in from, let's see, I've got business development, chief management officer. I think I have one that's accounting in here somewhere, or finance. So anyway, you would choose that, and then it has a drop down, and you can choose any of these, click add. It's going to put them in here, and it's going to do a test, make sure they're good feeds. Some of the feeds we put in there, they're not programmed the same way, or they're removed. Okay, so just always check it, and you'll hit add. Now, I'm just going to do 5. I'm going to do the minimum right here. You can turn them off if you want. I mean, this is standard RSSMasher stuff, but these are links that are going to be mixed in. So here's the exciting part. Come over here and hit build. I'm building a page. I'm not building a mash to put it into a schedule. I'm building a page, putting it on a website right now. When I hit that finish and activate, we're going to preview it first before we look at it. Now, the pages take a little bit longer because we've got to go out to the feeds, pull the top 160 characters. We've got to take the image, make it a little thumbnail, and we've got all your information already from your statics. So here's what you get. You get the page itself, you get the XML, which is a RSS feed, and you get an iframe ready to go. And you have the links all right there. But let's take a preview. This is a page we just built for you. It's inside of TopicGate. Small Business Bookkeeping Services in McKinney, Texas. Okay. See the little thumbnails? These are on my static image. These are the blog posts that I made. And they come all the way down because I recognize it with a little piggy bank here. These are mine, and these are the RSS feed citations. So you can't really even tell the difference. Excuse me.
Bless you. And it looks like you've done an image swap as well.
Yes, I have an image swap for these. Looks really, really nice. Now, get down to the bottom. We have our frequently asked questions. We have built you a page. It's already ready to go. You got your frequently asked questions, your helpful content, your stats, your external links, and a how-to article. And you get a Gmap. Okay. Now we come down to the bottom. Remember the news categories. There's your niche. There's your category, and there's your feed tag. But I want you to take a notice here. I'm hovering over all these. They do not have links associated with them. We do not want leakage on these tags or these niches or categories. Okay. We want Google focused on these links and the citation links. Okay. Now, this is a shared site, so we even take away the linking of the shared site. Okay. So you have a standalone page that is going to be difficult to get indexed in TopicGate. We're not going to go out and get them indexed inside of TopicGate. Okay. Reason is we want them to first appear in your G site or wherever you're going to put it. So let's take a look at, this is a page. You can use this page anywhere you want. And I'm going to put it into a Google site. So let's just take a look at Google site. And I'll go ahead and sign in here. Okay. And here's my Nita Nelson bookkeeping service. Okay. That is not my wife. Okay. So what I did was I took the link, this link right here. I just copied it. Now, if you can just take that link right there, copy it, but first you got to activate it before Google's actually going to, because we haven't really saved it yet. So I'm going to finish and activate. Okay. So now that is a saved page. And I'm going to come over here to the Google site. I'll take out this little section and we'll just rebuild it. And I'm going to put an embed. Okay. Preview. I want the whole page. I don't want a preview of that. I'm going to hit insert. Okay. So that just put it right there. And if I come over here, I can actually move it up if I wanted to. So I can see, I moved it down, I think. There we go. So I moved it right under there. So what Google is seeing when they're seeing this side here is they're actually, oops, I'm gonna hit publish. Publish. And let's take a look at it. Okay, there we go. So we just built you a site. Google is reading this content. Remember at the beginning of the call or when we started talking about this, this is what Daryl Osborne and his entity elevation is teaching how to do, but they're teaching it on a higher level than what we're going to be doing. We're the supplier of the local page, and his guys are using it inside of Google Sites, probably starting this next couple weeks. So you see everything there, frequently asked questions. So this is not just spammy stuff. This is citation links, frequently asked questions. You got a Google map in here, you got stats. So somebody can actually read through this. Since I own the custom domain RSSMasher, I went into integrations and I set it up as domain. And you can, here's all the instructions of how to set up the domain. Here's the A record to change. I'd recommend using Cloudflare, and we may do an additional video training later in Cloudflare. And guys, I've been on the call a long time. My voice is getting scratchy, so bear with me. The next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you something else with it, okay? So with RSSMasher, I'm going to go in and edit. We have in here, you can give it a title. You can give it a domain description. This is the meta tag of your custom domain. And I have put in allegiance, subscribe to our newsletter, wrote a little article, a little paragraph with help of Jasper, wrote a privacy policy and disclaimer right here, and I hit update. Okay, now, where does that come into play? I'm going to go back over here to manage mashes. Okay, and I'm going to delete that one. Okay, now, this local page I'm building, she does accounting services, payroll services, and bookkeeping. Okay, but we have Frisco, we have McKinney, we have Dallas, we have Fairview, Allen, Plano. You can clone this local page, change the title. You can even insert different feeds if you wanted in there. So that's what I'm going to do. McKinney, I'm going to clone it. Are you sure? Yes. Come up here. I have a new local mash. I'm going to hit edit. And this is local bookkeeping services. And I'm going to call it Plano, Texas. Get rid of the copy. I don't need that. Okay. So I have just made a completely new local page. Hit update. And I got website feeds. I can turn a few. Let's just do that. I'll temporarily turn a few of them off. Make it build a little bit quicker. Okay. And that's good enough. No YouTube feeds, but you can put YouTubes in here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use this YouTube right here. Bookkeeping tips for small businesses. I hit update. Now, Wayne mentioned earlier, I'm doing an image swap. I am using bookkeeping images to replace the RSS feed featured images that we're pulling in, the YouTube search featured images. I've got my own images, okay? So I'm kind of bypassing that nasty Getty letter that you may get once a year that you're using somebody else's image off an RSS feed. You'll never, hardly ever get them except from that one weird guy that has 5 posts on his entire site. That's anyway. So ignore all that. Let's come back. We did bookkeeping. I'm just going to do order, first image, and yes, I want to replace. Okay. Now I'm going to go into local. I'm going to change this to Plano. And I'm going to change this to serving Plano, Texas. Okay. And maybe I come in here and look a little bit. If you're, maybe I'll just put Plano here down. Now available. Okay. So I've added just some spice up my local mash. I've added some tags in here, changed the title up there. and we're ready to go. I'll hit update, and we're ready to go. Now, if I want to put some more articles, I could do that. Come over here to build. We still have helpful content at the bottom because we cloned it. I'm going to hit build. Now, if it doesn't have 30, it's okay. It will pull in 20. It may pull in 10. It's really based on how many feeds are available to be pulled.
Yeah, you said 5 for each, so it should only pull 10 anyway. I think.
Yeah.
Just that the number in the local tab allows you to max it out if you want.
But we're also pulling YouTube searches also on this. I think this is what's taken so long, is using that as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes it could take a minute. There we go.
There you go.
Start talking bad about it and it shows up. Okay. Small business bookkeeping services in Plano, Texas. Plano, Texas accounting services now available. Okay. There's my citation links. There's my RSS feed and YouTube links. Now, which ones are YouTube and which are not, is you'd almost have to scroll over them to see which ones are. Okay. And there's the map down below. That looks pretty good. I thought I had turned on I may not have updated that helpful content. Okay. So any of these links should click over to.
I think the helpful content it wasn't a money hook, I think.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tag it as a money hook. Okay. Very good idea. So that took me over to a blog post. And any of these citation links that you click on will take you to small business. This is one of the expert feeds in there. Let's do bookkeeping basics.
Yeah.
Okay. So that takes you straight to a YouTube feed. Now, if I go back, you can't even tell they're YouTube feeds. They're just, generic bookkeeping stuff that we put in there. Okay. So you can see as you're going through this, I'm going to hit finish and activate. But before I do that, if you remember, I had it on topic gate. So let's change it around a little bit. Come back to local. I'm going to use my custom domain, which is RSSMasher. I'm going to show you the difference between the two of them. And I'll hit update.
You've got a checkbox now for contact link.
Yeah, show contact. So I'm going to check that. Hit update again. Okay. Now I'm going to come over and make sure helpful content. That's why it didn't show up. We're good to go. Build. Now what we're doing is we're putting it onto my own custom domain. And this is why you might want to use a custom domain, is we have one outbound link, and that's back up to the root directory of my custom domain. If you have them, you want to put something in that box when you build the domain. Even if you don't build it, if you don't put anything, come back and you can edit it later. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what you might want to put in there. And this is why you might want to have multiple custom domains. You might have some root domains in there. So if I start talking about how long it takes, it should show up, right?
Yeah.
So patience.
There's a lot going on. And obviously you
Yeah.
set it and forget it. The server will just take over and deal with it for you.
If you were to do this manually, going out and finding links, putting them in there, even cropping the images and all that, it'd take you 8 hours to do what this will do in about 2 minutes. But the beauty about this is every 7 days, it's going to refresh the RSS feed content. So it's going to kind of force Google to go back and review the page whenever it indexes its own Google site property. And by putting helpful content, I think that's what's taken so long, is the helpful content being in there is it is going through the sequence of the helpful content and randomizing that as well.
And this is like, the first release that we've got of it. We'll be working on some speedy updates just to make it a bit quicker.
Yep. Now, you don't have to build a schedule. In fact, you can't build a schedule with the local page. You're building the page right here. And eventually we'll have it so you can put it in as the bottom of an article, but then it would be like a regular mash.
I think we might have confused it.
Yeah, might have confused it there. Okay, let's go back out. We'll come back in.
It's probably finished, but for some reason it hasn't removed the loading. So
Yeah.
we'll look at that.
Okay, there we go. Okay, on RSSMasher. Okay, now we have a link. We have an outbound link. It's going to the home page of the root page of my site here. Small Business Bookkeeping Services in Plano. There's your citations, links. We come down to the bottom, frequently asked questions. Below that is a map. Okay, very nice. Serving Plano, Texas. We added that category. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and go, oh, what is that? Okay, this is for your lead gen. If you want additional clients, you can put whatever you want in here. I just put it, subscribe to our newsletter, kind of boring. It puts them in a ROSA newsletter. And then here's the privacy policy. So if Google looks at the site, they go, okay, privacy policy and disclaimers. It's clearly evident on the homepage. This homepage can be indexed. Okay. Nothing fancy here. You can make it a long form sales page if you wanted to, whatever you wanted with it. And this is the name of so you can call it SEO Mastermind Services Newsletter, whatever you want to call it. But that's why we have the link kind of separate so people can come into it. They can see what it is. And if you click on it again, it takes you back into here. Okay. So that would be the same inside of, if I was to put it into a Google site. Let's see what it looks like. And hit finish and activate. Should be able to use that, right?
It's on the grid as well if you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's put it on the grid here. So I'm just going to copy that link address over here and remove that embed. And I'm going to create another embed. Paste that in there. I want the whole page, insert, publish. Come over here. I'll just hit refresh. Okay. Oops. It's shown there. That's okay, there we go. Caching issues. Okay. So you can kind of see, same as using one of our custom domains, but now you have your own custom domain. Now you have a lead gen form just popped up inside of Google Sites. You can do this for your client. You can do, it's just one extra feature that you can add by having your own custom domain put in there. Okay. So with that said, let's look. We're right at an hour and 20 minutes. I didn't expect this to go that long, but this kind of gives you, you're going to get 20 if you've got the standard, if you got the professional. Now you can upgrade today if you wanted to. Go standard professional agency and you get more pages. But I've got one thing I want to offer you, and it's you don't have to take advantage of it to use your local pages. It just doubles your local pages. So Wayne says, what are you offering, Damon? Well, so if you want to double whatever license level you're at, you can double that. So standard would get, now they had 20, they're going to go to 40. Pro has 50, now they're going to go to 100. Agency has 250. Now you're going to go to 500 local pages. Now, I said, Wayne, would they need 500 local pages? Then I thought, okay, I've got an accounting services in Plano, accounting services in McKinney, accounting services in Frisco, accounting services in Allen. Then I have bookkeeping services. Then I have payroll services in all the cities. I can make a city-specific service page for each of these. I can swap out RSS feeds, but I can keep the same citation links, or I can change them out. Maybe I have a category in my client's page of bookkeeping, and I have a category about accounting services. I know I've got one about logo design, so maybe I have one about logo design. So that one client, I can think of about 50 pages I could build for that one client. So how many clients do you have? Figure it out. So anyway, if you want more local pages, we're going to have this available as an upsell. It's an OTO2 on RSSMasher, but I'm going to give you the direct link if you wanted to double it up. So here's what you get if you double it up. It's $297, but Not today. I've got a little bit of special for RSSMasher customers right now. Okay. So here's what you get. We're going to double your pages, 20 to 40, 50 to 100, 250, 500. This deal stays in place. This is the thing you want to keep in mind. The deal stays in place even if you move from standard to pro. So if you bought it today, you're only at standard, which is $27 a month. Down the road, you go, oh, I need more mashes. I need more pages. And you go to pro. We're going to go ahead and double up your pro account. So if you move to pro, instead of having 40 with standard, now you're going to have 100 with pro. And same for agency. Okay. So that's why it stays in place. This is a one-time pay, lifetime deal type of deal. Okay. Exclusive image templates. Okay. We are going to convert this local page template where you had just the thumbnail and then you have a title and a short description. It's probably going to be March. I don't think it will go into April, but maybe by March, we're going to give a couple more extra templates in there. So you can choose, hey, I want it to look like a link pin or a Pinterest style page. So it would be just images with a title below, or maybe a title on the right, and maybe two columns per row, or 3 columns per row. But we'll give you that option. You're going to be the first one to get it if you double up. Okay. And then finally, we just added 2 more of our domains into the pool. So if you double up, you're going to have 4 different domains you can post to. Okay. In fact, the domain names were pretty good. We had TopicGate and TrustedLists.com are the 2 main ones. And Wayne, what did I put on the? Okay. The other ones are Daily Current News and OnlineBuyingGuide.com. So these 2 will be available in addition to the TopicGate and Trusted List. So you can do 4 different ones. Why do we have that variation? If we don't have any leakage from the page itself, you still have people that are curious. They'll do page source and then they'll look it up, and so we're doing this 2 reasons. We don't want Google crawling and cross-contaminating anything with what you do versus anybody else. So we do this to keep our domain spam score low, but we are going to have a privacy policy. We are going to have some little simple list. If somebody types in topicgate.com, so if you're typing in TopicGate, in fact, let's just type it in. I don't know if I even have anything yet. TopicGate.com. Somebody will find it.
Goes to Geek Out Friday, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what it does. Yes. It's a redirect. So you can't even do a redirect if you wanted to. But we're doing a redirect to get them into Geek Out Friday. Okay. So, we've thought through this, and working with Daryl and his team is we've come up with.
If you do SEOmasher though, it'll default to your. We copy each of the route, and it will default to your own contact page.
Yeah. So whatever your custom page is, this is SEOmasher. This is the one we had. So you see that's what they're going to go up to if you're using your own custom domain. Now you may decide, I don't want to show them that link. Well, we made it easy. Is inside of, make sure I'm in the right one. Inside of here on your local is you come down right here. I'm using a custom domain SEOmasher. Do I want to show the contact link? If I don't want to show it, I would just turn it off right here. And I'll hit update. And I'm going to turn off the money hooks here. How do you turn off the money hooks? Just like that. Hit update. Okay. Then, hopefully it won't take that long to rebuild. But now, instead of seeing this will go away. That's the only difference between the just by toggling on or off, checking that box. Okay. So back to this. So anyway, this is kind of exciting to us. If you want to double it up, here's the link. It's rssmasher.com. Double your local pages. Can you put that link in there for me?
Yeah.
And it's $297. Now, guys, when we get through our launch period, we're going to go ahead and raise the price to $497. But we've got several webinar launches that we're going to be doing over the course of probably the next 4 weeks, to introduce this local page builder and the mashup features. And this will be OTO 2. OTO 1 is the API club. OTO 2 is the double up. It will be $297. If you use this double up right here, it is going to be $148.50. You get 50% off. We're going to keep this up for 24 hours. I know everybody's excited about it. You don't need it. I'm telling you right now, you don't need it unless you're going to be building a lot of local pages. Then you probably need it. For those beta team members and the original agency members, you got 250 pages. Do you need it? You may not, but if you do, go ahead and take advantage of it right now and save 50%. It'd be $148.50 to go ahead and double up your local page count. Okay. Wayne, any questions we can answer?
Yeah, we've got one that says, so if you have Pro, you double it. So basically, if you buy the double up, Pro's got 50 mashes, but it also gets 50 local. So we're not like, we've been quite good really by saying you got 50 mashes, but we haven't divided them into mashes and local mashes. Which if you've got 49 normal mashes, then you'd only have 1 local mash left. So we've not done that. We've doubled it up to start with by saying if you're allowed 50 normal mashes, but we've also given you 50 local mashes as well. But if you want that 50 local mashes to be 100, then that's when you take advantage of the offer that we've got.
Yeah. And that's why we're also giving you a discount is you've been with us, especially the beta team that originally came in with us. You will find a use for this local page. Now we call it a local page. Does it have to be local? No, you don't have to be local. You turn off the geolocate, turn off the Gmap, but you want citations. So we have our own sites, our own RSSMasher, BitPenguin, Minion Builders, everything else. And we've got content coming in behind on the blog side. Hopefully y'all learned to do it too, is we've got Article Forge and we've got Pillar Post coming into the blog. So we're working on the SEO part of our sales portfolio, okay? But now we can take all those blog posts, put them in as static links, start dropping them in G sites, Notion pages, Medium pages, wherever we want to go. Bubble ups, that's a great place, is bubble ups, is put that in your bubble up along with some interesting articles that you save, okay? So wherever you could drop a link, this is where you want to drop a link because it has all your pages to your site with a little visual thumbnail, short description, and then you mix it in with expert sites, okay? So our RSSMasher is going to have some Neil Patel, it's going to have some SEMrush and Ahrefs blogs, and we'll mix them in together. So it will look like we're right on the same level as Neil Patel and some of these other guys. So use it for whatever you want. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be local. We built it local for Daryl's group, but we're going to be using it for everything. Okay. Any other questions, Wayne?
Yeah, just the one thing is, it doesn't matter what subscription you've got, annual, monthly, or even if you was beta, the one-time pay works across all of those.
Yep. Now, guys, we do have some people that will come in, they'll try it out for a month, and they build one page, and then they go, it's too much work, or whatever or they found something else shiny to talk about. So I do have to tell you, if you're on a monthly or annual subscription, if I cancel the account, do my local pages go away? The answer is we have a cost associated with hosting these things. We have a cost with serving them up and to update them on a regular basis. So what we do is if you cancel RSSMasher, even if you bought the lifetime deal, all that was just to double it. We put everything in deactivation mode for 90 days. So if you decide to come back in 90 days, everything turns back on and back to normal. After 90 days, we've got to purge our system. We're not going to continue paying for pages that are built that are not being paid for. So local pages, it's the same as mashes, same as schedules. If if you're on a monthly and you stop paying your monthly, you don't get this anymore. That's why I would encourage you, keep on paying for your monthly, or at some time, upgrade to annual, or, we'll have a lifetime deal, probably Black Friday, it's, if you want to do a lifetime deal. But we keep adding to RSSMasher. We've got some big updates coming in summer this year with RSSMasher, some of the formatting and changes and all that. But this is our Q1 update. This is local. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the mashup feature. We're going to be using that a lot. Let us know in the Facebook group how you're going to be using it, over time. You find some way interesting to put Article Forge and, other things in there, let us know. We're always curious. We've got, there's a lot of AI stuff going on in the background that we're working on, along with our AI indexer, that it's going to spill over into RSSMasher. So we're very excited, guys. Thank you for joining us. It's an hour and a half, and I'm just about put. Wayne, anything else?
No, only I can see that some of you have seen that the deal's good and you've already purchased. So thanks for that.
Good. Yep. And Wayne's got the links in there. It's very simple. Just click here and buy them. And if you don't, we'd like for you to double up. But if you don't have any need for this, there's no reason to pay for it. Okay. But, if you're a beta team and you really want to crank it up, and just remember, here's how I look at it. If I've got one local client that I'm working with, is my wife and her bookkeeping service. I can think of 30 different pages just off the top of my head with different services, different cities. That's one client. So if you got multiple clients out there, different services, different cities, think about it. Okay. We will be answering questions throughout the day on this Facebook thread, Facebook post. I'll try to answer questions or comments in there, and Wayne will too. But we'll be fixing some little things, and we'll let you know when we get the local page into the mashup, which is going to be kind of exciting. But I think this is a good first of the year present for you. So enjoy it, and we'll see you on another video. Okay. Bye-bye.